Hello students. So now second part of our first chapter from Flamingo, the last lesson. So starting with second part, page number 3, last para. We have already done that Franz was late for school, and when he reached over here he saw that the class was already there. The students had already taken their seats. And though he was late, but even then, M. Hamel did not shout. Now we are starting with the last para. I jumped over the bench and sat down at my desk. Now in this para there is one important question. Okay, underline next these lines. And the question would be that what is new thing or what is the change he noticed in his teacher? Yes, he did notice some change. What was that? Okay, not till then, when I had got a little over my fright, did I see that our teacher had on his beautiful green coat. So this is the change. Okay, means this is the thing which he noticed that day. Okay, that the teacher was wearing not casual clothes, he was wearing some special clothes. Okay, means those clothes which he used to wear on special occasions. Beautiful green coat, his frilled shirt, and the little black silk cap, all embroidered. So this detail you should learn by heart, because if you get 2 marks question, even then this much detail is needed. So all embroidered, that he never wore except on inspection and prize days. Besides, the whole school seemed so strange and solemn. So this was the next thing he noticed, that the whole school was very solemn, means very serious, very quiet. But the thing that surprised me most was to see on the back benches that were always empty, the village people sitting quietly like ourselves. Old Hauser with his 3-cornered hat, the former mayor, the former postmaster, and several others besides. So what he saw along with this change in the teacher, that first of all the school was very quiet, and that's why it looked very strange to Franz. And then in the class, next thing he noticed suddenly, that all the back benches, which were normally always empty, this day these back benches were taken by the villagers. Means the villagers, even the old people, even the retired people, few are named over here. Okay, old Hauser is named, former mayor, former postmaster. So all these people, this day they were sitting in the class. Everybody looked sad, and Hauser had brought an old primer. So primer, we can say elementary book, okay, for small children. So even elderly people, they were having even the books also. Okay, old primer thumped at the edges, and he held it open on his knees with his great spectacles lying across the pages. So he was wearing spectacles, and lying across the pages means he was trying to read, okay, that book. So this way, along with the students, even the villagers, even the old people were also attending the class. So important question is, what are the changes, okay, which Franz had noticed on that particular day? Okay, the changes noticed by Franz. So the changes are that there is no noise. The changes are the teacher is not today very strict. The changes are teacher is wearing those clothes which he normally used to wear on special days. And next, the change is that even along with the children, even villagers were sitting. So this is very important question. Okay. While I was wondering about it all, M. Himmel mounted his chair and in the same grave and gentle tone which he had used to me, said, "My children, this is the last lesson I shall give you." And then suddenly, when Franz is still thinking, wondering what is happening, why everything is looking strange today, suddenly he saw that teacher he stood from his chair and he started addressing the class. So what was the initial dialogue by the teacher? What he started with, he said, "This is the last lesson I shall give you. The order has come from Berlin to teach only German in the schools of Alsace and Lorraine. these are the two districts. Okay, so here in these two districts, because of the war, now they had lost the war, and that's why these two districts had gone into the hands of Prussians. So now the order had come that now, because it is no more a part of France, that's why now French language is prohibited. So only German language will be taught. The new master comes tomorrow. This is your last lesson. I want you to be very attentive. So this teacher said, because now German language will be taught, every subject will be in your German language. That's why now the teacher, German teacher, would be coming tomorrow. And today, that way, is the last lesson. What a thunderclap these words were to me. So these words spoken by the teacher was like thunderclap to France. Thunderclap means as if something has fallen down from above on his head. Okay, because France was not expecting this thing, that this kind of words or this kind of situation would be there in school. Okay, so these words, came very heavy on his heart. Oh, the wretches, that was what they had put up at the town hall. And now suddenly he realized and he understood, okay, this is what those villagers were reading at the bulletin board. My last French lesson. Now suddenly he developed a kind of love for his same language, okay, for this French language. My last French lesson, why? I hardly knew how to write. I should never learn anymore. I must stop there then. Oh, no. He was feeling very bad, very sorry for this language, for the situation. Now he was thinking that I haven't learned this language that much and now I am to stop here. How sorry I was for not learning my lessons, for seeking birds' eggs or going sliding on the Sahara. My books, that had seemed such a nuisance a while ago, so heavy to carry, my grammar and my history of the saints were old friends now. Now underline all these things or just mark these lines. Actually here it shows how now he was feeling for his studies. Earlier this bag was very heavy to him. Earlier he disliked the history books. Earlier he disliked or hated the lessons. But now suddenly there was a change. Now this bag was no more heavy to him. These books of history, okay, and maybe the books were talking about a few great people of the past, and maybe earlier he never liked, okay, these people and the history about them. But now suddenly he felt as if these people were his old friends. Means he got love for these books and for the subject and for the language, though maybe earlier he was always searching for some we can say some time so that he could spend outside. He always wanted that he should get chance to go and watch the birds and go and play and on the sliding, etc. But now suddenly everything changed. Okay, change came over, we can say over him. That I couldn't give up. He says now suddenly he was feeling that all these books are his old friends and he cannot leave his friends. And M. Himmel too. The idea that he was going away, that I should never see him again, made me forget all about his ruler and how cranky he was. Maybe earlier he always thought that the teacher is so strict. He should not be like this. And sometime maybe he did not like teacher's attitude also towards students. Okay, maybe many times he thought that this teacher is so cranky. But suddenly he developed a love and respect for the teacher. Now this teacher was, a very loving teacher to him. He never wanted that the teacher should leave them. Poor man. It was in honor of this last lesson that he had put on his fine Sunday clothes. And now, suddenly this thing dawned on him. He understood that, yes, now I understood why he was wearing these good clothes, because he wanted to give honor to French language. And that's why he was wearing these party clothes. And now I understood why the old men of the village were sitting there in the back of the room. Now he understood that why these villagers had come, because it means they had also come to pay homage to the French language and maybe in a way to say thanks to the teacher. It was because they were sorry too that they had not gone to school more. It was their way of thanking our master for his 40 years of faithful service. Now, from here, you get to know that this M. Hemel was teaching here for the last 40 years. He has been here teaching in this village, okay, or the village students for the last 40 years. And of showing their respect for the country that was theirs no more. So now he understood. Separate question you may be asked that why these villagers had come. Separate question you may be asked that why the teacher was wearing those different clothes, those party clothes. Okay, so answer is given here only. So mark this para. This is very important from that point of view. While I was thinking of all this, I heard my name called. It was my turn to recite. Now the teacher had actually already started teaching. It was a test day. This was kind of oral test and the teacher had already started, but on the other hand, this Franz was lost in his thoughts, and suddenly he came back from his contemplations when his name was taken by the teacher. It means it was his turn to recite, means his turn to maybe tell the things or to give the answer. What would I not have given to be able to say that dreadful rule for the participle all through, very loud and clear and without one mistake. Now suddenly, listen this explanation carefully, because otherwise sometimes this is difficult to translate this line. Actually, suddenly he started thinking that he is ready to give anything, okay, in return if someone makes him understand all the rules of participles or all the things or all the books and all the studies. Means maybe for first time only, he was thinking that he really wants to study. He really wants to learn certain things. He wants to learn French language. He wants to learn the grammar. Okay, and maybe for the first time only in his life, he had thought like that. And that's why he was just thinking in his heart only that what is the thing which I am not ready to give? No, I am ready to sacrifice anything for my learning of the rule of participles and other things. Okay, though this rule is dreadful rule, but right now he was ready to do anything. He was ready to sacrifice anything if he is taught this language or taught the rules of participles. Means now he is ready to do anything for this study. But I got mixed up on the first words and stood there. But because he was not prepared fully, that's why he wanted to give answer today, but he got mixed up. He fumbled and he could not speak. Holding on to my desk, my heart beating and not daring to look up. He was feeling bad also, that he was not having any answer. He was not prepared for the lessons for this day. But right now only, for the first time only, maybe in his heart he was thinking that yes, he is ready to sacrifice anything, he is ready to give anything if someone comes and says, okay, I am there to teach you this French language. But maybe now it was too late, because this was the last day of French language. I heard M. Hemel say to me, I won't scold you, little Franz. You must feel bad enough. See how it is. Every day we must have said to ourselves, I have plenty of time. I will learn it tomorrow. He says, I'm not going to scold you. But I must say you should feel bad for this thing, because you people have always been saying this thing only, okay, this, I will learn it tomorrow. There's plenty of time. But he says, maybe you were always wrong. It's not that you have plenty of time. And now you see where we have come out. That's the great trouble with Alsace. And then he says, I'm not saying that you are the only one who is not interested in studies or who is always there to postpone for tomorrow. He says, maybe this is the problem with whole LCs. All the people over here have this habit of postponing the things. She puts off learning till tomorrow. She is for LCs, like we use word she for India. Okay, that way. She puts off learning till tomorrow. And now, those fellow out there will have the right to say to you, how is it you pretend to be Frenchmen and yet you can neither speak nor write your own language? Now he pointed out at those Prussian soldiers who were doing the drill practice, okay, out on the road. So he's now talking about them. He says, then naturally those people will be having right to laugh at you. They will be laughing at you. They will be saying, oh, you say that you are Frenchman, but you do not know even your language. It's better you leave it and learn German from tomorrow. That way. But you are not the worst. Poor little France. We have all a great deal to reproach ourselves with. Reproach means to scold. He says, but even then, I must say, you are not the only one. Okay, who is the culprit or who has done this wrong thing? First of all, everybody here is having this habit of postponing. And secondly, he says, you are the, I won't say that maybe that I should complain to you only. No, he says, maybe we all are responsible if you people or if the children do not learn the things. He says, I will take the blame on myself also. I will give the blame to parents also. So it's not that you are the only one who should be blamed. Okay, others are equally responsible if you are not good at studies. I think we should stop here only. Okay, next we will continue in the next video in the third part. And now read whatever I have taught, and wherever I have told you to mark the lines, okay, mark it, and in your reference books maybe you will see the questions, okay, from this portion. Go through these questions. Now start preparing for your exams.